Good morning. Welcome to day 88, Monday, July 6, 2026. Been climbing for about an hour. It looks like we're going to be heading down now. I'm really feeling pretty sluggish this morning. Almost feeling like I hit a wall coming up, climbing up here. Just feeling really spent. I think the past few days took a lot out of me. I felt great last night. I ate well, I hydrated. I'm just feeling real low energy today, so hopefully I can get a second wind. About 18 miles from where I'm camped is, I think it's called Berthoud Pass, and you can hitch into Winter Park. If I'm still feeling like this, I may take a town day. I may go into town tonight, we'll see. That's a long ways off. I don't even know if I got 18 miles in me today, so that's the morning update. It's nice out here. I'm just feeling pretty tired today. Making our way up Jones Pass, getting a view of Hassel Lake and the Upper Urad Reservoir. All right, it's 8:15. We have reached the summit, officially an unnamed peak at 13,215 feet, sometime referred to as Hassel Peak. What a climb from the interstate to here. I'm gonna take a little break here, soak in the views that I worked so hard for. Hopefully a second wind will come on the way down. See if I have cell service. I'll put some more calories in. And yeah, if it's not a big mileage day, that's just the way it goes. I'll enjoy my time up here. So that's the morning update. That and a radio. Down on my luck again. Down on my luck again. So I don't think I've mentioned it in a while, but we are back to riding the divide. Always cool when the trail is right on top of the divide. So it's been like this for a while, but I just realized I didn't really say anything about it. So very cool feeling. Once again, I'm getting very good weather. This is a very cool section of trail. All above tree line, we're gonna wrap around that way. Yeah, this is good stuff. All right, so I got to see a lot of mountain goats out in the wild yesterday, which was amazing. So I just need to see a bighorn sheep, please. I feel like I've only got another week or two, because once I get through Rocky Mountain National Park, I don't think bighorn sheep are gonna be showing up. So come on guys, where are you? I know you're out here. Show yourselves. So hiking under these power lines just reminded me the willow fire that they're still dealing with in Leadville. One of the main assets they're trying to protect is there's a set of power lines coming down from the mountains where the fire is into Leadville. So if the fire gets those power lines, Leadville loses power. Stuff like that you don't even think about. So last I looked, I didn't check today, they really hadn't contained it yet. It was still growing. They were even expanding possible evacuation areas to even to the outskirts of town. Like the roadway in was on like a standby evacuation. So hopefully over the past couple days they've been able to get more personnel and hopefully turn the tide on that one. And then I did see there was another fire I was seeing the smoke from weeks ago. Ouray, O-U-R-A-Y. I can't pronounce anything right. I'm gonna say Ouray. A huge fire there. There's like a lot of popular mountain races that happen, like the Leadville 100. There's a Ouray, I think 100. They just canceled it. And that fire was just started by a tree hitting a power line. That's all it takes. It's so dry. So wishing well for all those towns that are like dealing with possibly having to leave their homes. All right, we're coming up on a road down there. You can see a few vehicles parked. I believe that is also the junction. If you remember way back when I was at Copper Mountain, I mentioned an alternate route called the Silverthorn Alternate. So everything I just did from Copper Mountain to here, if you take that alternate, you don't do any of it. Not for me. So maybe there's a cooler and a cold drink. One can hope. I just had a backpacker pass me heading the other direction, so I'm sure there's no trail magic or he would have mentioned it, but you never know. Let me put on my real disheveled, tired, hungry and thirsty face and see if I have any luck here. So I guess all these cars parked here are going north the way I'm headed, because no one passed me the other way. The one guy who didn't park here. Interesting. Let's see what this little sign says. I think it's time for another break. Yep. All right, we'll check in when we're back on the climb. Cars you will always see at a Colorado trailhead from a dirt road. A Subaru, a Jeep, and a 4Runner. Guaranteed. Looks like we're gonna go up to this summit. Just got passed by a bunch of day hikers, probably those vehicles that were parked, but then maybe looks like we're gonna go down this ridge. That's what it looks like. We'll see. First we go up. All right, we're going slightly off trail just so we can do another summit. This is the summit of Mount Nystrom, 12,666 feet. Very cool. That's the route we came from. Take a quick break here and then keep moving. So when I was on top of that summit there, I did check for cell service again. And there was a question on YouTube about my background and through hiking, so it would have been a long answer to type out. So I don't know, around 2011, my son was getting old enough where I wasn't going to help coach every basketball game. It was a traveling team. I mean, we just were nonstop all the time. So I started to have a little more free time. At the same time, a new guy joined the office, and he had put together a hiking trip, a day hiking trip up to Franconia Ridge on the Appalachian Trail, one of the most iconic spots in New Hampshire. He had done the Appalachian Trail a few years prior. He was moving back into the area for work. And so late May, a group of us went up and did Franconia Ridge. And I loved it. I'd done some hiking with my son Bobby, only like one a year. We really didn't have a lot of free time. So that got the bug in me for hiking. And I started doing a lot of day hikes that summer of 2011, 2012. At some point did an overnight. Heard stories from my friend about his Appalachian Trail through hike. Back then, Facebook really wasn't that big, but whiteblaze.net had a lot of info about the Appalachian Trail. Trailjournals.com. I started reading some hikers' daily journals of their hike. And at that point, it was all Appalachian Trail because I was on the East Coast. So that's where the bug initially came. Started doing more overnight stuff. Started doing more, week-long backpacking trips, both solo and with Sarah. In the back of my head, I was always thinking about a through hike. But the job I had, I needed to get 20 years in to get a pension. So I wasn't doing any through hiking until I could retire. And I kind of went back and forth on the through hiking. Sometimes I'd be really gung-ho about it. I'd start looking at the Pacific Crest Trail. Other times I was more, the week-long backpacking trips are better. So I kept going back and forth, changing my mind. Then I did a couple long, after I retired, a couple long backpacking trips in New Hampshire, like 20 nights with no town, every night in a tent. And I really enjoyed it. So then I committed to the Pacific Crest Trail in 2024. That one just appealed to me the most because I really love the Sierras, and I was familiar with a lot of that. So that's why I picked the PCT first. Loved it. But by that point I had a lot of experience backpacking, so I kind of had everything dialed in for the through hike. So that's where through hiking came from. I had a career as a federal law enforcement in the FBI, and that's my background. But it's not what you think it is, the job. It's a lot of just talking to people and listening, and paperwork. So that's hopefully answering some of the questions that I saw in the YouTube comments from today. It's 1:30, just got some water here from the stream, had some Gatorade, and also going to be climbing up to Stanley Mountain. Still climbing. There's a huge mining operation down there. Have been hearing it for a couple of hours now. I guess it goes all day and all night, so. We are still climbing up Stanley Mountain. This is really slowing me down at the end of the day. Oh well, we're getting nice views. But man, this climb is just, feels like it's a 14,000 footer, and it's not. All right, that's the CDT. So it doesn't actually go up to the top of Stanley Mountain, but I worked so hard to get here, I'm going to the top. All right, we're at the top of Stanley Mountain, 12,521 feet. 3 o'clock. There's no way I'm getting to Berthoud Pass today, but I do need to get to water, so hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. There's definitely water at Berthoud Pass at the road, but hopefully something before that. All right, it's 4:15. We're leaving the Vasquez Peak Wilderness. We're still high up. We've been climbing since that summit. So now, thankfully, we're starting to go down. So I think I'm going to be doing some overtime. Got to find water. Got to get lower for camp. Looks like it's a little under 2 miles to the highway to Berthoud Pass. And there's water there. And there's camping there. And there's also town. So I guess I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully this is all downhill and it won't take more than a little over an hour or so. And the skies are a little threatening up there, but it is, you know, a little windy up here at 12,000, whatever, 600, 700 feet. So hopefully as we lose some elevation, we get out of some of this wind. But the main thing is, yeah, as long as there's no like downpour, sprinkles are fine. So it is beautiful up here. Yeah, just gonna keep motoring, try to get down to the road. There's our road down there. We're over here, not sure which way we're headed yet. All right, it's a little before 5. I'm here at the pass. I'm just trying to find some water. So far, no luck. I did find a little campsite here that's doable, but I need to find water running somewhere here. I found a trickle of water. It will do for the night. Gotta go get my stuff and get some water. That was the one major concern. I mean, I could have gotten by, just no freeze-dried meals, no coffee, but it's so much better with those things. So let me go grab my CNOC bag and get some water. Okay, quick recap. I'm tired, I'm hungry. I gotta get this video done so I can eat and relax. We made it to Berthoud Pass, just shy of 19 miles, with like an extra hour or so of hiking. So like an 11-hour hiking day. And then it took a while for me to find water. But the main thing is I found it, so that's huge. We're at 11,300 feet, not too far from the highway, but the highway noise won't bother me and it'll quiet down overnight. Yeah, really a great day on the trail, riding the divide for a good chunk of the day. But that last climb up the Stanley Mountain was a killer. It just set me back. I mean, it was great. It just took me a while. So I would have preferred to camp somewhere up there, but it was pretty exposed, and I didn't have any water. I didn't have enough water, I should say. So coming down to the pass seemed like the best move. I did debate hitching a ride into town, into Winter Park, but I'm fine here. I got what I need, and I want to keep pushing on to Grand Lake, so can make plans to see Sarah at Steamboat Springs. That's all I got. We'll see you tomorrow.
So I'm just finished work. I had an early dinner, and now I'm walking to the gym to do my weight workout, and then I will walk from there to the yarn shop to go to knit night, and then I will walk home. A bit of a different routine than when Brian's home, because when he's home, I'll typically like hang out with him in the evening and not go to the gym in the evening. And not to say that I wouldn't do it when he's home or wouldn't go to knit night, but I mean, it's nice to spend time at home with the ones you love. So that's like a little bit of a different thing that in my routine when he's away than when he's home. So I thought I'd share that.